Who shot you, man? Who shot you? Huey!
Hey, what's up with y'all, man? My name is Enfo. I'm 19 years old. We're here to give you some facts about me today.
I can freestyle, then I catch everyone's attention. If they ain't really listen, ain't no vision when you sippin'. I used to say I stayed home so I could sacrifice, but reality was that I ain't really have a life. Now I'm older, give a fuck if you fuck with me. Take my music.
Well, I was actually born in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, but from like 0 years old, that sounds weird. From a baby till I was 8, I lived all around Roane County, you know, Kingston and Harriman like that. But then when I was 8, I moved to Knoxville, and this is where I've been ever since.
I'm starting to prepare for worst case scenario. I'll be jumping through.
Man, so I kind of grew up around music being played all the time, no matter which parent it was. My dad played a lot more rap around me. My mom was more like rock, heavy metal. And my grandparents, which I was around them a lot to be a grandson, they played a lot of Christian music. So I had all the influences, and a lot of people don't know this, but when I was like 8 and 9, I actually took guitar lessons for a little bit. I played drums for a little bit too. But no one really ever made me want to do it. It was all from self-inspiration. I just wanted to write my own songs, and then it's just therapeutic for me, man. It's super therapeutic because it's like I'm talking to a therapist that just doesn't respond to me. It's an outlet. I'm just letting it all out. You know, and that's really why I make it, though.
Reality was that I ain't really have a life. Now I'm older.
So it's kind of like the last question. I mean, I played when I was young. I played a little bit of guitar and all that, but even then, I still never really truly got into it as much with rock. But with rap, it was just more natural. Like, I just felt it a lot more. When I would listen to a rap song, I'd be like, man, I feel what he's saying. And in elementary school, middle school, I wrote a few songs here and there, rap songs, but it was mainly like I would take an instrumental and just write my own stuff to it. But then when I was 15, like a freshman in high school, I dated this girl for like a week. She broke up with me, and I was so pissed, like just mad. I feel like I got played, so I made a song about that. And ever since then, I've been writing consistently. And then when I was 17, I bought a mic. So they looked just like this too when I was 17. I bought a mic. Ever since then, I've just been going at it like crazy. And that's a hard question because I've been influenced by so many people, man. Like, I got a list of my biggest influences, no particular order, but J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Logic, Biggie, Eminem, Tupac, Young Nudie, NBA Youngboy, Jay-Z, a lot of old school stuff because that's what I grew up hearing. But like now, I mean, it's such a broad question, man, because like there's so many artists I can think of because I'll hear a song and feel inspired just from that song, no matter who it is. So, I mean, anyone that's been famous, I probably got a little bit of inspiration from somewhere. I mean, music is really my main passion, obviously. But not even just making songs, but just listening to music. I could sit and do that all day. I also just like making people laugh, just making sure people have a good time. Like, I get a lot of that from my grandmother, my Ina, I think, because she's always been the type she has to make sure everyone is happy, they got what they need. And I kind of take that from her, I think. I get that from her. I always want everybody to be happy and satisfied, and so I just like making people laugh, man. I know what it's like to feel real anxious, depressed, like you have nobody. I don't want anyone to feel that way. I'm really just empathetic. I don't like to see people, I'm sympathetic too. Like, I just don't like to see people down. I mean, making people laugh, making music. I mean, those are, I would say, my main passions. I would say that.
Sense is your permanent odor.
So I'll tell y'all a little bit. So I'm done with my EP. I'm about to drop this EP very soon, titled, I'm gonna get it right here, Stages of a Relationship. That's the EP, and I'm really excited for this one because it's a concept album. It's all about a relationship. You know what I'm saying? I haven't done that yet. I think it's gonna hit home for a lot of people. They're gonna understand it. But other than that, right now, I just want to do a lot of videos, man, to get singles out there. But when I finally make it and I have a significant fan base, I will then create my freshman album. I feel like it's dumb for people to make an album and title it an album when they haven't made it yet, because you only get one first or freshman album. And when I do that, I'm gonna bring in live instrumentation. It's gonna be crazy. No features, will be just all me. Projects though, that's where it's at. Stages of Relationship. Y'all better be ready to get that, man. And listen.
I'm trying to act out of emotion, never back down.
I mean, with COVID going on right now and quarantine, it's kind of hard to get people into one crowded spot. So really, not really, but we live in Knoxville also, but there is a girl that was talking about having a party at a lake house in July. I might perform there. If I do, I'll let people know for sure. But right now, with quarantine and COVID going on, that's really about it, all I can say.
Quiet while they talk just like a grown man.
Well, in 5 years I'll be 24, so like, I would have either have already done one tour around the country or I would be about to do a tour around the country. By then, as long as my music has touched a group of people and people really feel my music and I can somewhat live off of it and wake up every day and just keep making music and keep progressing and keep getting better, that's where I see 5 years from now. I see that 2 years from now, if I'm being honest. 5 years from now, and if not that, I will graduate from college with a business degree and I'll still be doing that.
Window for my generation.
So there's a lot of things I wish people had told me when I first started. There's a few things. One, and here's also, I'm an up and coming artist, I guess you could say too. But then again, I have been doing this for like 2.5 years now, so I've seen a lot of stuff for y'all that are just now starting. And I know some of my friends that are just now starting probably watching this. Yep, I just seen you smile. So I would say, do not expect all of your loved ones, your childhood friends, to support your music like you want them to. There will be a few of them that will do that for you. Most of the time, man, they don't care. And if it's not in their best interest, just keep pushing and just worry about you. But the people that do support you, focus on them. Let them be the people that are your fan base. Don't focus on the negativity, because if that's the case, it's not even worth it. Also, keep a budget. Don't be surprised if you have to invest a few dollars in your career. Good stuff costs money, man. That goes from equipment to music videos to leases for beats to perform at places. Because if you never performed before, they don't even know what you can do. So you got to make your way into the building. You got to pay your dues. Another thing, I would say, just be patient and don't expect things to happen like that. That only happens every once in a while. And work with people. Don't have too much pride to where you think that you have to dislike everything. You can only play your shit. Nah, man, excuse my language. But you will be a lot more successful if you like everything. If you start hating on stuff, like say that you a rapper, you trying to make it, and you tell everybody, I don't like so-and-so, this, that, and the third. Once you say that, their whole fan base is not gonna like you no matter how good you are. Don't hate on stuff. If someone comes at you disrespectfully, act accordingly, but don't just start shit with somebody for no reason. Those are my main pieces of advice though for y'all up and coming artists, man. Just keep going. People gonna laugh at me, but ever since I was young, I've always loved fried chicken, specifically chicken strips, and I got all the chicken legs from like Popeyes and Bojangles. I could eat that all day, but honestly, fried zucchini is probably my favorite. I just never get to eat fried zucchini because nobody ever wants to make it, and I don't know how to make it. I could teach myself, but I'm lazy. Fried zucchini and fried chicken probably though. Those are the two best foods on this planet, and honey mustard. Honey mustard.
Who shot you, man? Who shot you? Huey!